Welcome to Nerea San Channel. In this week's video, I'm gonna talk about my favorite Japanese food. As many of you know, I'm a huge fan of Japanese food. And I've been a huge fan of the Japanese food since I was 9 years old. So it's not like I started eating Japanese food recently. So in this video, I'm gonna show you some pictures of the food that I ate in these past 2 years in Japan. And I'm gonna share my thoughts about them. As I said, I started eating Japanese food since I was almost a baby. The thing with the Japanese food in Spain, and I think maybe in most of Europe and America, is that they think that Japanese food is mostly sushi, right? And so my first Japanese meal was obviously sushi. And we had nigiri, we had sashimi, we had maki, yes, so mainly tried those, and I fell in love with it. In my house, we always had green tea, so since I was a baby, I was already introduced to the tea and the Japanese food, and also the seaweeds like wakame, nori, because we heard about the benefits of eating those, so we tried to have it in our normal day diet. I have to say that being in Japan, I think my first year I visited Japan, of course I was obsessed with sushi still, because it was a dream. The sushi in Japan is completely different than the sushi in Russia or the sushi in Spain or in America. Yes, I think in order to introduce the Spanish people to the sushi, they use local products, local Spanish products. Maybe they add like some cheese, cream cheese. Yes, but in Japan, what I love about it is that with the simple ingredients, they make delicious food, just like the rice and the fish. That's my favorite, or the nori around it. I think that's my favorite sushi style. As many of you know already, my favorite Japanese food is unagi. I don't really remember when was the first time that I tried unagi, but I fell in love with it. We're living in New York. I used to buy frozen unagi from the Japanese store and have it in the house, right? Unagi has been, and it is, my favorite Japanese food. But I have to say that this year in Japan, I was able to try many different styles of Japanese food, not only sushi. I was able to try shabu-shabu, yakiniku, Okonomiyaki, monja, and many others. So yakiniku, for those of you who watch my channel in America or in Spain, yakiniku is the Japanese barbecue. They have like tables, and each table has like a barbecue thing. Yes, and they have iPads. One of the things that I've noticed in most of the Japanese restaurants nowadays, they have an iPad instead of like a normal menu, and you cook the meat. You cook your own meat. Yes, and you can eat it with cabbage, you can eat it with rice, like you can add many different side foods to add to the meat. Yes, and I think it's great because the meat tastes really delicious. And you can get chicken, pork, beef, any kind of meat. I'm a big fan of yakiniku, I really like it. But I think shabu shabu is better. Shabu shabu, for those of you who don't know, is boiling the meat in water. You can add some sauce to make the water flavorful. So you basically boil the very thin sliced meat in the water, and then you take it and then you eat it. I think it's a great way to eat the meat without frying it. As we were talking about in Yamakage's video, the healthy food. I think it's one of the healthiest foods in Japan, the shabu shabu, because you don't have to fry the meat, right? You can just eat it boiled. One interesting thing about the shabu shabu. In Spain, like nobody eats the raw egg. Maybe it sounds shocking for Japanese people. In the shabu shabu, because once you dip the meat on the water and you cook it for like about 15 seconds or like less than a minute, and then when you take it out, it's really hard to eat it right away, right? So dip it in raw egg and then they eat it. And I must say you must try it because it's delicious. So yes, I already talked about the sushi, which I love, of course, unagi, the yakiniku, which is a great discovery if you like barbecue meat. You should try it, it's really good. Shabu shabu, I love it. And then also we discovered the Okonomiyaki and Monja, and what was the other? Takoyaki. Yes, takoyaki, which is made with octopus inside. Those are like kind of like an omelette, but it's not really an omelette. They have like cabbage, potato, anything you wanna add, and then they make it like a Spanish omelette kind of shape, and then we put with mayonnaise sauce, and it's delicious. Monja is a little different. Here you see the difference. And then of course you have the soba noodles, udon, ramen. Personally, I don't really like ramen and udon. It's not that I hate them, can eat it, but I think I like soba the best. In Russia, there's a food called grechka, which is buckwheat, and we used to eat it a lot. And actually, when I was in Russia, I was also eating soba, which is also made out of buckwheat. So whenever I want buckwheat and I cannot have the grechka, I have the soba noodles, which is great because I love buckwheat. Soba is also very healthy for you, as you all know, because it helps with the blood circulation and it's very tasty. So I recommend. Of course, you have tempura food that I like, but as it's fried, I try to maybe avoid it. Yeah. As for desserts, I love matcha. Matcha is my favorite. Everywhere I go, and maybe it's for just dessert, I try to just try matcha product dessert because I love it. Just the matcha latte, or these ones I tried, which I love them. Yeah, I just love the Japanese food, any kind actually. One of the most interesting things that I tried that I thought I would never try is actually meat sushi. Yeah, for foreign people maybe this sounds a little like, what? Yeah, because we think that maybe even like raw meat is not very sanitary or healthy, but in Japan they process the meat, so it's completely okay. But I tried raw beef and raw horse. Actually, I must say that the flavor, I was shocked because I thought it was gonna be like not too much flavor, but it was actually very soft, and it was very tasty, like not sweet, but very nice flavor. So yeah, I'm one of those people who like to try new foods and new things and then say, okay, I like it or I don't like it. But try not to like judge. When you see it, first try and then decide, okay, I like or not. Of course, the fish markets, as when we went to Hokkaido or as in Aomori, the seafood in those places is just amazing. In Aomori, I think it was the best salmon I've eaten in Japan because it was so delicious. In Hakodate, the urchin, the crab, it was just delicious. So if you go to Japan, as in Spain, like if you go to different cities, you should eat the local food. So another thing besides the food in the restaurants, like to see how they make the samples of the food, like it looks so real. It's crazy because it looks like, okay, I want to eat that. It looks so delicious. One of the things that it catches my attention every time. So thank you so much for watching Nerea San channel. I hope this video was interesting for you. I'm a big fan, as I already said a million times, of Japanese food, and I can't wait to try new things of the Japanese cuisine. Comment below your favorite Japanese food or the traditional foods of your cities, and maybe next time I go to Japan I will try them. Yes? So comment below and please like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching Nerea San channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye!